Hello, how are you? I love you. Okay, thank you for being here. This is a very important message. Okay, I feel this really strong energy here, and I personally believe that if you're here, if you clicked on this video, there's something here for you. Okay, so this message is that you are a money magnet. Okay, a huge sign, huge sign of this is the pyramids. You could continually be seeing things about the pyramids, and you could love the pyramids, but all of a sudden you're going to notice you're starting to see things of the pyramids. Okay, this is going to happen, and this is telling you, I'm seeing 555, there's like a huge change that is coming for you. There's a huge change. I have justice here. There's a huge change, and this huge change is coming because you let karma take over. You're respecting the laws of karma. You're not taking karma into your own hands. But, however, you're also not doing nothing either. There is a fine line, and there are times and situations when you do take it into your own hands. And I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. It's like I'm getting the energy of the Matrix here, I'm getting the energy of Divergent, I'm getting the energy of Coraline. And this is when people are in something, they're in a simulation. You're seeing the simulation that you're in at a greater capacity than anybody else. And there is a way that whenever this happens in any of these movies, there is a point where people realize things, right? They have caught on, but they're acting like they didn't. And they're going through the motions, and it's the same motions every day. And they're playing along like they are brain dead, like they don't know what's happening, but they do. And there is a point where they have studied the pattern, and they see where and when to break out, where and when to take a stand, but in a way of escaping, in a way of sticking it back to these people in this situation. In this little unique, clever, poetic justice, it's all been set up. By the time they figure it out, it's too late. They just happen to see you run out the door, but you're gone. Kind of a way. So there is a way of standing up for yourself, but the only way to know if this is right or not, your intuition. Your intuition is telling you, not going over the top for people to suffer what they have done to you, not becoming the villain, right? But at the same time, this is like, hey, no, I see what you're doing, and I'm gonna make my justice of this and break free from this at the same time. That's kind of like what this is talking about here, what this is saying. And there, it's like not logic, it's not really logic. It's kind of like when, it's kind of like when Harry Potter and Hermione and all of them, yeah, the three of them, three of wands, it's like they're breaking school rules, but they're breaking it like to protect the school. They're definitely breaking things that they just promised 2 seconds ago they would never do, you know? And it's like they're kind of going on these hunches of things that they have observed and what they have gathered. And there is a plan involved, but then they just kind of go for it. But they're not like, hey, Voldemort is here, so let's blow up the school. Like they're not taking things in they're not, I don't know. There's a way here where it's not about getting revenge, but there is a certain amount of poetic justice that the universe is like, yeah, it's kind of breaking a rule to do it, but do it. Is like what this energy is like talking about. And Abraham Hicks talks about this. She talks about how Esther, takes an exit somewhere where she's not supposed to. It's like there's cones there, but she avoids a ton of traffic, and she does that. So there's something here about not supposed to do something, but the intuition guides you to do it anyways. And to, not, it's like giving me this energy of not planning to reveal that, this mom of the person that you're dating is like trying to be against you, right? But going to that party anyways, even though she tried to like make it impossible for you to come, she got you the dress size that's too, Jane Fonda and freaking what's her name, J Lo. What's that movie, Monster in Law, right? She got you the dress size that she knows that's not your dress size, so you won't have a dress to wear. But you show up anyways, and then it's like it lays out perfectly, and you weren't planning on, revealing it to her, but the story tells itself, and it kind of points out what she did here. It's kind of this energy, and it doesn't have to be that particular situation here, but that's just like a way that's coming in. Is there's a way of poetic justice where you're not really telling something, you're fighting something by rising above it, and the circumstance, the situation draws out other people with their questions and you honestly answering, and other people's honest answers like puts it on a silver platter. So there is a way that you're involved in your own justice being like brought about here, which is, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I feel like you're a money magnet. And Spirit wants you to know that there is some kind of a way that you're standing up for yourself that you have never before. And this is very important because in order for you to be a money magnet, you're also going to be seen by people. It's going to become noticeable to others that you have this money. And it's almost like you need to know how to protect it, how to shine in a way where your resources are protected. Is like, is what this is talking about. Yeah. So you may see lily pads. Lily pads are a sign. And I'm getting this energy of a lot of people wanting you to invite you. All of a sudden, there's all these invitations to this, to that, to this, to that. There's all these opportunities that are like opening up to you when this money is coming in. Even right before this money comes in, there's going to be a lot of options that you're going to have available to you. And Spirit is like, wants to see what you're going to choose to do. And make sure you're choosing to do what is being pulled by your heart, what is going to be good for you, what is going to be financially good for you as well. And then that's when this money is coming in. And there's going to be even more options, even more opportunities that are showing up. And the lily pad that's like showing me like a frog that's jumping on the lily pads, but he doesn't jump on every single one. It's like he's jumping on the ones that are getting him to the direction that he wants to go. And this is going to build and build and build and build and become bigger and bigger and bigger. And Spirit wants to make sure that on this journey, you're following the messages of Spirit. You're going in that direction. So you're not going to hop on a lily pad over there. What's the point in that? There's going to come a time, let this all build up. This money magnet ability, let this build up. And then there will come a time where to go over there, that's available to you and you don't have to jump for it. It comes to you actually. So know that you're not really passing anything up. You're just saying, this is the direction I'm going in right now. And it feels like it has to do with finances and a new journey that you are on. This new journey that you're on is going to be supported by Spirit. It's going to be funded by the divine. And this is really important here. You have the moon and you have the two of wands and you have the wheel of fortune. So yes, I'm telling you, intuition is guiding you what way to go, where to go. And the divine is providing, everything is being orchestrated for you so you don't have to worry. Wow. Yeah, it's like intuition is guiding you. There's nothing else that could guide you. There's not something, logic can't help this. the logic that will work in this situation, then that second later, the different situation, that won't work. It's intuition based, and your intuition is out of control. Spirit wants you to know that. Spirit wants you to feel that, and Spirit wants you to follow that, because money magnet, that is what you are. That's what this is saying. The pyramids is coming in here. I feel like there are versions of you from other lifetimes, in other timelines. There are versions of you in other incarnations and other people in other incarnations that are doing things in those other incarnations, incarnations, incarnations to help you here. There's something here. You're going to get deja vu, extreme sense of deja vu. Okay. Somebody could be walking down the street and it reminds you of either a really old neighbor, a grandma, and this grandma, is feels like this energy of a person who they passed away a while ago. And I don't want to say you forgot about them, but it's been a long time since they passed away. They could be a friend's grandma. But what this is talking about, that person could be a celebrity and they're just older and they passed away. I'm not talking about Diane Keaton, but I love her. I love her so much. Anyways, this message is there's a person who lived their life a particular kind of way, and there is a message in the way that that person lived your life. I'm just going to say there's a person that passed away a while ago, and there is a way that they lived their life that speaks to your soul, to your soul. And Spirit is like, don't ignore that. Take the message that you get from that. And for most of you, the message is the way that person enjoyed their life. Maybe they were very like fashion person and you love that. Maybe they like dressed up everywhere that they went and you want to dress up everywhere that you go. Maybe they traveled a bunch of places and you want to travel a bunch of places. There's like a philosophy that this person had. And you want to live that life and you're picking up that philosophy. So it could be anything like my grandma said, you can always judge a lady by her nails. So I always get my nails done, which sounds so corny, but I just love my grandma, so that's why I did it. But like in her life, she had a home base. So it's like that's something that I want. So there's like picking off something that a person does and doing it with the intention of this is going to align me with having a solid home base. This is going to, every time I see this, there's something symbolic going on here. Because for some of you, the way that person lived their lifestyle, there's opportunities that person had. And you're going to get them as well with this money magnet. But it's like a general goal, having a general goal, having a direction where you're going. I want to go on the lily pads that are going that way. With the pyramids here, there's something very interesting that's happening. Because pyramids are portals. They are portals to other dimensions, other realities, other incarnations, past incarnations, where there's some sort of a way that an independence, fortune, access to things that karmically you were supposed to get in those other lifetimes didn't get. There is a way that you can access it now, and there is a way that you can line up with the other lifetimes, with the other incarnations, past lifetimes, but it's really all happening right now, right? So you can line up with every incarnation of you ever, and they can all have that. There is no limits. And there's something here about that you understand. There's something here about that you understand, and that I can tell you exactly what this message is. Yes, exactly what this message is talking about. Okay? Because You have you have Cleopatra, you have Hatshepsut here. Okay. These are both of them were pharaohs. They were both rulers of Egypt and they were both women, okay? And it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting because Hatshepsut, she was pharaoh because her husband died and she had a baby who was a son. And so they were like, okay, you can tell us what the baby is saying. And one day she was like, look, no, he's a baby. I'm the pharaoh. Tell everybody I'm the pharaoh and I say do this. And they were like, okay, sure, we're gonna listen to you. Cleopatra, so Hatshepsut really just kind of took the role. She just said, this is mine, I'm taking it. But it only lasted until her son became of age 17 and then she was killed. Cleopatra, she got this on her own here, okay? She fought for this and she used her feminine energy in a masculine way, you know, uh, having herself delivered in a rug to Julius Caesar's bedroom. And this is how she became. He was like, all right, I choose you. And then she was like, well, I got to kill my brother and my sister because if I don't, they're going to try to take the throne. They're going to try to get an army and attack me, the whole thing. So, and then when, Caesar died, Mark Antony, she had to secure her spot. So she did. She did for as long as she could, But both of them, it was limited and it was dependent upon the men around them, the masculine energy around them. So there's lifetime upon lifetime where your fortune was sacrificed because of masculine energy taking over and overruling the feminine. And the pyramids houses pharaohs from other lifetimes, their riches, their wealth. So this is saying in other lifetimes, the riches, the wealth, so they could take it to the next lifetime. There is a lot that you have accumulated that you are owed. And it is time for you to access it. And the way to access it is you have to do the challenges and the tests presented to you to balance out with temperance the suffering of the feminine energy. What to walk away from when it comes to the suffering, which it's very tricky what to say karma's got it and what to say no, I got it. Divergent, right? There's certain things where it's like I'm just gonna go and get my freedom, and there's certain things where you're like, no, you're gonna pay for that. In a poetic justice kind of way. There is something here about this kind of energy. Slaves built the pyramids and pharaohs are taking something to the next lifetime. So what in your life have you been a slave to? What have you in your existence? There's something here where within yourself you make changes to where you see yourself as a pharaoh. You see yourself. And this is how you get access. This is how you are becoming this money magnet. And this is how you're getting passive income. It's not the masculine way, it's the feminine way. This is where people talk about getting paid to exist. I saw 1911 on the clock. That's 911. That means pay attention. Because this is what we're moving into now. The feminine energy is here to take over now. So this is going to push you and challenge you. It's like any masculine way you try, it's never going to be enough. The feminine way, the passive income way, that's the way that needs to be taken now. The spirit inside of you, that needs to be honored. The feminine energy, that is the way we need to be utilizing our energy to balance, to get access to It's like what the universe has been storing and holding for us. Yeah. This is what you're doing. It's very, very, very important. It's like you have done the challenges. It's within you. Within you, and noticing the patterns and noticing the changes and healing. You have done that. And now this money is coming to you. This is something that's very intriguing. It's very interesting. And there are others that you're going to help doing this. But you're going to do it in a passive way. You're going to do it in a way where you're free to live and do what you enjoy doing. And it's going to be inspiring so many. Some of you, it's like people are going to learn from you. Like you're going to be a spiritual teacher. Or you just living your life within you, the work that you have done, people being around you, you're teaching them something. You just order a coffee in front of them and you're teaching people. People are going to be observing you and learning from you. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. People are going to be learning from you, as the more you grow and build and build and build. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This is amazing. This is what I have for you. Okay, thank you so much. If you want a personal reading, the information is in the description, okay? And if you want a hypnosis session, the information is in the description also. Okay, thank you.